Everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are well. Today on the channel, as the thumbnail suggests, we're going to be having a look at some of the cards and some of the things that I am going to be sending to PSA in the near future. We've got a lot of cards to go through and we've got some reasons why I'm going to do it. If you're out there and if you have never sent to PSA before, I've got loads of hints and tips and tricks that you can use to make sure the cards get there and back in the best condition, and some things you can do to keep an eye out to make sure that you're going to get those cards come back in that sweet PSA 10. But with that said, let's get into it. Let's switch cameras and let's have a look at the cards that I'll be sending to PSA in the upcoming few weeks. Right, so here we are. Here is a fairly modest stack of some of the cards that I'm going to be sending off to PSA. Like I say, I'm going to go through, look at the cards, have a look at the condition, understand the reasons why I'm going to send them, and the plans for the cards moving forward. Also, hints, tips and tricks that you can use to make sure that your cards come back beautiful PSA 10s. So put those over to one side. Okay. First card we've got here is a card that we pulled on the channel fairly recently. This is the Iron Crown EX Special Illustration Rare from Temporal Forces. Beautiful card, absolutely beautiful card. Pulled this card, it is in amazing condition, front and back. Plans for this are to grade it, sell it, and use the profits to buy more sealed product, basically. Things to look out for when you're grading your cards. Obviously, keep your cards, if you think it's a great card, a PSA 10 worthy card, or even a 9, as soon as you have that inkling, that feeling in your stomach, make sure that you put the card within a penny sleeve straight away. It might sound like basic knowledge, but make sure you do it. Put it in a penny sleeve, put it within a top loader. And what I do to make sure that the graders touch the card as little as possible, I put a small sticky strip on the back of the penny sleeves. That way, when it goes into the top loader and you put it in, instead of putting the hands in to get the cards out of the sleeves, all they got to do is pull the sleeve, the sticky tab, and it comes out. But this card, obviously, beautiful card, special illustration rare cards are going up and up in value from every set, whether that be from Temporal Forces, Paradox, Rift, Paldea Vault, even Scarlet and Violet base. Other sets, older sets, anything from Sword and Shield backwards is going up and up in value. But like I said, this one, it has no edge wear, the centering is really nice, front and back, no marks on the back, really, really nice. So I'm kind of guessing this will come back at 10. Be worth around about £100 or so when it comes back as a 10. If it comes back as 10, I'm being very optimistic, aren't I? when it comes back as a 10. But yeah, that'll go into a separate kind of box that I have for trades. If I ever manage to get to card shows and that, you can pull that out. Very impressive card, and that goes into a trade side. Next card, we have an autograph card. This is just a ball toy, nothing special about it. It is really nice front and back, but this is signed by none other than Cool Trainer Ryan. I'm hoping to get this sent off. Cool Trainer Ryan's autograph is now recognised by PSA, has been for, I want to say like a couple of months, but interesting card. A YouTuber who I watch all the time, so it was very kind of him to send us this card. He's obviously sent out a lot of autograph cards. If you go and watch his live streams and stuff like that, I think at one point, and I could be wrong, he had to fill out maybe 300 autographs in one day and send them out. But thank you, Ryan. Very, very much appreciated. We'll get that sent off to PSA. Again, I'm going to keep this. I don't know if you can see the PSA box back here, which I have all my Magmar collection in. But this will go quite nicely in that. Something that I'm not going to trade. There'll be plenty of them out there, but that's just for me. It's kind of like one YouTuber to another, and it'd be interesting to see what that comes back with. Obviously, there's one of the lines here is a bit thin. Maybe it come back a 9. As long as it comes back a recognised autograph, I'm not really fussed. Again, penny sleeve, top loader, sticky strip. That is the best way to do it, guys. I've never had any problems doing PSA when I've had sticky strips on. Highly recommend doing that wherever you can. Next one, we've got the Noctowl. Believe this was a promo card. Yeah, it was a promo card. from one of the ETBs, I forget which one it was, but a really nice promo card. Other promo cards that I would have liked to have sent, I would have loved to send off the King Gambit, the Greninja, and the Seedra from those Shrouded Fable boxes. But unfortunately, every one that I opened had an issue with it, whether it be off centre. Normally it was white in the corners, but every single one had an issue. This one thankfully doesn't. Really nice centering. It might be slightly, and I mean slightly thicker on the back this side and that side, but apart from that it's really good. That's one thing to have a look out for, guys. One of my top tips for PSA grading. The front, when I'm buying cards or looking at cards and thinking about PSA, I always look at the front of the card second. I always look at the back first. I check the corners, I check the centering, I check the alignment, because it's normally the back of cards that let you down in grades. So, top tip so far, apart from the sticky strip, always check the back of the card first. Doesn't matter about the front can be flawless, but most of your issues will be found on the back of the cards. This one, when it comes back, whatever grade it is, it'll be going in the trade pile along with that Iron Crown. Take to conventions, maybe put on my eBay website, eBay page, sell it, get some more money and put them back into other cards, maybe Magmar related cards or sealed product, I don't know. But yeah, if you're liking this video, by the way, guys, because we're about halfway through, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's see if we can get the channel to 1,300 subs before the end of the year. But yeah, next one is Tatsugiri card. Now, I pulled this recently on the short. I don't know if I've done the short that's actually come out on this yet, but we'll have to wait and see. Pulled this really nice copy of the card. Now, reason I'm sending this off is this card, weirdly, in a PSA 10 and PSA 9 is worth quite a bit of money from Twilight Masquerade. Like I was saying, all arts and art rares and stuff are going up, but Twilight Masquerade, this card's actually worth quite a bit. I believe I was looking online on eBay or something like that, and it was about £70–80. So again, we'll get this sent off, we'll get this graded, and we'll put it in the trade pile. It's a beautiful card. Loads of blues, pinks and yellows, and the orange Tatsugiri in the middle. It's a really popular card, really vivid colours. Again, on the back, perfect centering, actually, I think. I think this is probably, out of all the cards, this has got the best centering. When this comes back again in the trade pile, and we'll see what happens with little Tatsugiri here. We also have a Lucario V-Star. This was out of the ETB. This is a promo from the ETB. They came out for Crown Zenith a couple of years ago. Really nice. These ETB promos at time were really solid. This one, as you can see, is really nice on the front and the back. Again, trade material. Take the conventions, take it to wherever, put it on eBay, see what we can get out of that one. Hopefully that comes back. I'd like to say that in a 9 or a 10. I'm not really bothered about a 10 in this one, but a 9 or a 10 would be really good. Solid Pokemon, solid choice. Obviously, you can only get this card from an ETB. Makes it a bit more exclusive. So yeah, really good. Then we have a Gym Trainer. Now, I haven't put a sticker on this because I'm still trying to decide if I'm 100% going to send this card. I still need to decide if this is going to be financially viable. Obviously, with the way that you send cards, you have to put in the price of getting the card graded, which at the moment is about £18-ish, give or take. Then you've got to factor in posting and packaging and stuff like that. So I've got to make sure that my return is going to be financially viable. Also at the end, stick around at the end, guys, and I'll tell you who I use to get my cards graded with PSA, because I don't actually send them myself. I send them via a very good friend of mine, so stick around at the end. But yeah, this card is solid in terms of quality. No issues, no whitening on the corners, no centering issues, no scratches on the front. I've just got to have a think and see if this is financially viable. The prices for this are quite all over the place, so I'll have to have a think about that one. Next, little cheeky submission. This is Pikachu from one of the Trick or Trade sets. Obviously, it's Pikachu. It's Pikachu! it's a popular Pokemon. One of the most popular Pokemon. And this is the chase card from that set. Even though it's only worth like £2 or £3, I thought, why not? I've never sent a Pikachu off to be graded. or submitted or anything like that. So I thought, why not? There's no issues. It might be a little bit off-centered from the bottom to the top on the back, but why not? Again, trade material. I can use it to invest in other things, maybe Magmars, because in 2025 there will be a video where I will be submitting a request to Guinness to have my Magmar collection graded and looked at to see if it is the biggest and best Magmar collection in the world, and hopefully set a world record. But yeah, Pikachu, really solid, really nice. Put that there. Again, another Pikachu. This is the Pikachu from the World Championships 2024. Always a good card to have. Again, it's Pikachu. It's popular. No issues on the back. There is a little bit of dust inside of the top, the penny sleeve there, so I need to get that out. But we've got a little sticky bit there. Really good. Pikachu will always be a popular Pokemon, even though he's not the main Pokemon in the anime anymore, because obviously we've lost Ash Ketchum. But really solid. We'll see what that comes back with. Now, two cards, one after another. We have Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Now, these are from the Classic Collection. When I picked these up, at Newcastle Card Show. Not the one in November, I think the one in the summer. Really, really nice. I picked them up as a pair. And I thought, why not get them sent off and graded as a pair to see what it comes back with? See if we can get maybe sequential numbers. I love the way that the art is Hitmonchan in the foreground, there's Hitmonlee there, and the reverse. It's a really, really nice pairing. Having a look at them, they're really good, they're really solid, no issues. Again, these haven't got sticky notes on because I'm trying to be more selective, but I really, really want to send these, and I think for the £18 that it's going to take to get these done, I really want to send them. I might get some sticky notes straight after this, actually. I've talked myself into it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll send these two off. But yeah, even if they come back, trade material, put them as a pair, especially if they are sequential PSA 9s or 10s, that'll be really interesting to see come the return video in 2025 when they come back. But yeah, let's see what happens with those. I'm hopefully going to get these sent off to my mate who sends them to PSA for us before the end of the year. So I've only got a few days because I'm filming this on the 22nd of December, so hopefully we can get them out sooner rather than later. Next, we're going into the Magmar block. As you know here, Magmar is the best Pokemon, better than Charizard, and we're trying to get one of every Magmar card ever made, etc. Now this is a Nintendo sticker, came out 2000. There are a couple of little issues with it. There's like a little bit in the corner there, This will probably come back a PSA 8, I think, but to have it as part of the collection, it has to be done. I got this from a good friend of mine, Gobi, so thank you, Gobi, much appreciated. We'll get this sent off. This will obviously be going, like I say, in the Magmar box, which is just back here. But we'll have to wait and see. Not a lot of information on this, whether it'd be valuable in a 10 or whatever. Value doesn't really matter on this one. I'm going to get this graded, and regardless of the grade, I'll be happy to have that in my collection. Next, we have a radio card. This is from like 95 or 96. This is one of the original Magmar cards, the Monsters Collection. Japanese version. I've had a look at this card. I bought this off eBay for like £10. Really, really nice. I've had a look at it at length just to make sure it is like crispy and it's going to come back a 10. I really think it will do. It's definitely a 9. I'll put my money on it now. It's definitely a 9. I hope and I pray that it comes back a 10 because I would love to have this in the collection, in the Magmar collection as a PSA 10. There's nothing on the front. I've checked it for scratches. It's really hard to check for centering because it doesn't really have any sort of border to speak of. But the back's really nice. No nicks, no cuts, nothing like that. So that's what we send. Another tip as well for sending to PSA. If you're going to send off, there'll be many reasons. You might send off for financial gain. You might send off to make it into a present for someone else. But never take away from the fact that just send stuff to PSA if it's stuff that you enjoy. Don't send things off to PSA just because everyone else is doing it. Make sure it's something that you enjoy, make sure that you're financially able to do it, and make sure that's fun. It's a fun hobby at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why we're in it. I send off Magmars. For myself, I love the Pokemon, always have done. I want to have the best collection, and that's why we do it. So yeah, that's one Magmar. I hope that comes back. Now, this is Magmar from Paladin Fates. I actually have, I think, 2 of this card already at PSA to be graded. Need to get this one in a 10. I've sent them off before and they keep coming back 9s. They keep coming back. Hopefully this one comes back at 10. If it comes back at 9 again, this one will be going into a giveaway on the live stream for members. So if you're not a member, make sure you become a member. There's only one price and you can win PSA slabs on every single live stream that we do here on the channel. So hopefully that comes back at 10. This is the 3rd or 4th attempt we've had to get this at a 10. Really, really nice. No issues on the back. No whitening, no scratches. Really good centering. So if the next 2 come back as 9s, this one will be going out as a 10. I'm going to keep this one like in my back pocket just to make sure that we have a decent copy to send up to PSA. But hopefully, sometime soon, we do get a PSA 10 copy of this. I am trying to get, like I say, one of every Magmar card, but the best version of the card possible. So I won't be sending off the common. This is obviously the reverse holo. So if a card has a common, reverse holo, or holo, I'll always send off the holo. If it has a first edition card, I'll send off the first edition version, etc., etc. Last 2 now, we've got Magmar. This is a really nice Magmar. This is one of the coolest Magmars ever made from Unified Minds. I love this card. I've sent this card off once before. Unfortunately, it came back as 7. So that was put into the giveaways on a live stream, and that was sent to someone who lives in America. I remember sending the postage off to America. But this one is pretty good. Obviously, Unified Minds is an older set. Trying to find a mint copy of the card is proven to be quite difficult, even on places like eBay and Card Market. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this one comes back better. This is definitely a better version of the copy, a better copy of the card that I sent off the first time. It'll definitely be a 9. I'm hoping it's going to be a 10. It's always a hope it's going to be a 10, but fingers crossed. And let's see what happens with that. Last one we've got here. This is just being delivered yesterday. This is again a radio Japanese card. It's got Pokemon Monsters written on. There are a couple of versions of this card where it can be worth upwards of £100. Now I got this yesterday. However, what I have noticed is that on one of the edges, and you can't see it very well, on that edge there is a slight crease. So unfortunately, this will not be. I'm kind of thinking not to send this off, right? I bought this off eBay, and obviously we're trying to climb cards off eBay. Sometimes the photos aren't very good. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. I only paid £4, so I've only lost £4, right? But it's hard to find good copies of older cards. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but there's a slight bend or crease or whatever the hell you want to call it. But I might send off anyway just to see if it comes back a 9. Bit disappointed because on the eBay picture it did look minty fresh. Minty fresh. But we'll see what happens. If it comes back anything less than a 9, you can buy a PSA 10 copy of this card pretty easily off eBay and places like that. So I'll have to have a double think about that and see what happens. But that is the selection of cards that we're going to be sending. It might get taken down by 1 or 2 cards, but let's see how it goes, and we'll get this sent off, like I said, before the end of the year. And now I'll tell you who to send your cards to so you can get them graded without any of the hassle. Okay everyone, so to make sure that you get your cards sent to PSA with the least amount of hassle, what I want you to do, if you are interested, is go check out a good friend of mine, Steve the Collector. Steve the Collector is on Instagram, he's on YouTube, and he's also back, I believe, on Whatnot. But predominantly he's on Instagram. He is a lovely bloke. I have sent every single card that I've ever had done, not just these, every single card that I've ever had graded to Steve, and he has given me a flawless service. He gives me the breakdown of how much the postage is, the breakdown of price per card. He looks after the delivery and he makes sure the cards get back to me. So I just want to give a quick shout out. Thank you, Steve. Hopefully the next lot of PSA cards come back in just as good quality as the ones you've sent me before. So thank you. If you're interested, ladies and gentlemen, I will link Steve on YouTube and Instagram and stuff in the description below. So go check out Steve the Collector. He is a lovely bloke. Also in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear from you. Which card you enjoyed the most today? Which card you think is going to be the best grade, and if you were going to use PSA moving forward. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Have a fantastic new year, because I don't know when this video is going to go out, but it'll be out just before New Year. Have a fantastic new year, and if you haven't already, go into the live stream section. Go and look for the video that is going to come out, the stream that's going to come out 29th of December. It is a new year wrap up. We're going to be opening up 1 ATB of every main set released in 2024 and giving things away. It is going to be epic. What better way to end the year than with a Pokemon live stream? So go check that out. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next one.